This is Graham from Geargazer.com, and I wanted to share a short video with you showing how springs are used in our mechanical art. Each part of the Geargazer spinning art has large gears and small gears, and the small gears run on the track of the large gear, and the large gears run on the track of the small gear. And the thing that holds it all together and tensions it just right is a spring that's in the large gear spinner. And so you can see real deep inside there is a force, so a compression spring. And I found recently that there's some pretty wide variation in the compression spring tolerance. So here's the latest batch that I got from McMaster, and you notice it just doesn't quite fit over the shaft. When you put it there, it scrapes and it scratches and makes kind of a screeching sound when you spin it. Whereas the last batch that I bought from a previous version, it just slides on, bounces around. You can see how smooth that is. So I'm doing a spring transplant from one of my older designs to the newer, and I thought it was kind of a neat moment to show a transition that I made, improvement that I made to the small track. So what I used to do is I used to have a small track that was directional. If you notice, the actual track doesn't line up perfectly with the hole, and the holes that the little rods that it slides up and down on does not line up with the blade, and so there's a directionality to it. You can assemble it incorrectly. If you have it in this direction, it doesn't quite line up, and so you need to flip it in the other direction. It's hard for me to figure out what was what, and so I just made this modification to the outline. You can see how one side has a flat edge, the other side has a rounded edge, and so this helps to not just show directionality, but also to better support the gear. So when I push this in here, you can see that the gear itself is more it's better supported as it's rotating, kind of like a bearing plane, and it allows me to assemble it the correct way each time. It's really important to have these little tracks line up perfectly with the blade. Otherwise the angle of the blades won't line up once you do a full rotation. So that's my spring transplant. I'm going to button up the patient and reassemble the spinning mechanical art. This is what it's going to look like eventually at the end. Again, the large gears travel on the large track, and the small gears travel on the small track. Everything held together with the spring tensioning the gears against the tracks. Again, this is Graham from Geargazer.com, and hope you enjoyed this short video showing our spring transplant.